I used to think life came with a checklist: go to school, pick a career, find a partner, have kids, buy a house, retire. By the time I hit 30, I thought I'd have it all figured out. But instead, I found myself staring at a life that looked nothing like the plan. And maybe you know that feeling. The quiet panic that you've somehow fallen behind while everyone else seems to be moving forward. If you have been telling yourself that you're behind and it's too late, keep watching. Because being off track might be the best thing that ever happened to you. We don't talk about it much, but it's that sinking sense of, wasn't I supposed to be somewhere else by now? You scroll through social media and it's engagements, promotions, babies, house keys, while you're still trying to figure out what you actually want. It's easy to think you have missed your shot. I remember once scrolling at midnight, watching a friend post her new house keys, while another announced their second baby. And there I was, sitting in a tiny apartment, wondering if I'd even chosen the right career. That spiral of comparison can feel endless. But what I didn't realize at the time was that those milestones were not proof I was late. They were just proof that their path had different checkpoints than mine. The truth is, the people who look like they've got it all together are probably chasing something too. They don't have it all figured out. Nobody really does. It just seems that way because we're comparing our behind the scenes to the little window we see of their lives. And that's not only unfair to us, but also unfair to what we don't know about them. We grew up believing there is a right timeline for life. School in your teens, career by your early 20s, family by your 30s, success, stability, security, all neatly packaged and delivered on schedule. But the truth is, the schedule does not exist. The race we think we're running, it's imaginary. There is no behind. There is only your timing. Think about it like this. Some people are sunflowers, blooming tall and fast in the summer. Others are oak trees, slow to grow, but lasting for generations. Nobody looks at an oak tree and says, "Wow, you're really behind that sunflower." We accept that growth has its own timing in nature, but we rarely extend that grace to ourselves. What if your timeline isn't broken? What if it's just different? When you stop comparing your chapter 4 to someone else's chapter 20, something shifts. You stop obsessing over where you should be and start noticing what's possible right now. The doors you thought had closed, some of them are still wide open. You just couldn't see them while staring sideways at someone else's path. And here's something I wish I understood earlier. Your 30s are not the end of your story. They are the start of your informed story. The part where you've already tried, failed, learned, adapted. Where you've built skills, instincts, and resilience that your younger self simply did not have. I think if I had chased my dreams at 20, I would have rushed into them blindly, fueled by excitement but not much wisdom, and I would have crashed. Now I can approach them with intention. I can choose more carefully, build more sustainably, and create something that actually lasts. And if you are off track, that's not a flaw, that's freedom. When you're not following the path you were told to take, you get to choose the one you actually want. You're not living by shoulds anymore. You can start over, redefine success, create something entirely your own. I know that's easier said than done though. The fear of starting again, especially in your 30s or 40s, is real, but so is the opportunity. You've already proven you can survive things that you thought would break you. That resilience, it's the same thing that will carry you through your next chapter. And history is full of people who started late and bloomed big. We know it's real. We know it's possible. So maybe the question isn't why am I so late, but what am I ready for now that I wasn't ready for before? Because here's the truth. The version of you right now is more capable, more resourceful, and more self-aware than any version you've been before. You've collected years of experiences, challenges, and lessons that have prepared you for this exact moment, even if it doesn't look like the one you pictured. So if you have been stuck in the I am behind loop, here's a few things you can try. Write down one story you've been telling yourself about being late, and then flip it. Instead of "I'm too old to start," try "I'm the youngest I'll ever be today." And that's enough. List 3 things you've learned in the last decades that your younger self did not know. That's not wasted time. That's your toolbox. And finally, ask yourself, what's the smallest first step I can take right now toward the life I want? Not the one I thought I should have. The life you thought you were supposed to have by now? Maybe it wasn't the life that would make you happy. Maybe being off track is your chance to build something better. So if your life doesn't look like the checklist you imagined, good. It means you're free. Free to rewrite the rules. Free to start from where you are, not where you think you should be. I know this might sound counterintuitive or maybe a little cliche, but you're not behind. You're not too late. You're exactly where you need to be to begin. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Stick around, and I'll see you in the next video.